Okay, so it's the next day because by the time we got back last night, it was too late. So I got something in my eye. So we didn't bother unloading them, but there we go. Not just one, but two. So the one that you see there in the rear, this one here, that is working. This one apparently has an error code. So he gave me this one because it doesn't work. He had the two machines because they had a business and they were using them sort of like on a commercial scale. So this one came up with an error code and doesn't work, but that one does. But the engineers have come out a couple of years ago when these first needed repairs doing to them, and the Dyson engineer disengaged the Contra rotators because he said that the engineer told him that when they were going out to do any repairs to any of these machines, they were just completely just neutering them, as in stopping the disengaging the contra rotations on them because they were causing problems. So, and then of course Dyson stopped supporting them completely. So we're going to take out the one there that does work, and we're just going to have a quick look at it, overview look, and give it a quick demo just to see how it works before I do anything to it. So let's get it out to the car. Okay, so it's the next day, and as you saw, the drum wedged, but it seemed to be working very well. And then the drum wedge, when I had a look down, as you would have seen in the picture, what came out of there was quite ghastly. So I can imagine that this is full of broken bits of the spider mechanism at the back, but it was turning fine. The bearing sounded okay on it. So I'm going to be following the step-by-step guide of a video, Don't Yet Scrap Old Noisy, fixing a Dyson CR01 washing machine jam drum. This is a CR02, I can't see much difference. So I'm going to be following the guide on the video and doing it step by step. So I'm going to be watching a bit, doing it, filming it, blah blah blah. So a bit of editing going to be going on here. I'll put the link in the video description to this video for you to see it. And yeah, I'm going to crack on and start seeing what we can do with it. So there I've got my screw card and some of the bits I'm going to need to start. The first thing I have to do is to remove the lid. Okay, so if we have a look, we can see that there is the drum, springs, soap box, weight, and all the other little pressure switch. Is that the internet switch? I don't know. Blah, 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 blah. So what we're going to be doing now is concentrating on the front and taking the front off it. So now I have to take the control panel off. Well, there's a pipe on here which fits onto it, but that came off when I pulled it. There's then like a computer ribbon control which you unplug from there. There's little clips here that you pull forward to release the ribbon. And the ribbon slides through. And then you have 4 connectors onto here. And apparently these have to be exactly the way that you do them. So apparently these have got to be perfect, exactly back in the place that they were. So I'm going to get something to mark them up. Okay, so I got the control panel off. I think I'll be able to take this further down so I can clean all this and make it look new. All the parts are going to be cleaned and washed before I put them back on. So there we go. So we got the control panel off. Okay, so the front now lifts up and off, and there are 7 tabs apparently for this. And this is the drum lock, door lock mechanism for this side. So just unplug it. And now the door front is completely removed. What I will do is remove this lock mechanism at the back. I'll take a photograph of it before I strip it, and then I will wash this, give this a bit of a wipe over and put it back. So I'll take a photograph of it first and then clean it. Okay, so here we have the front of the machine, which is bolted onto the drum. So the one good thing about this is that you can technically replace the bearings easier, because you could take the tub front off and then knock the drum through from the back and change bearings on it, apparently. But there are a load of Torx screws around here that have to be removed. Here's also a little door lock thing in here. Like so. want to disconnect this one as well. Two of the torque screws are also for the suspension arms on either side, so they need to come off as well. And also this is the heater cover. So what I suggest you do is, before you do anything, you take a photograph, which I've just done, and then I'm going to remove these wires for the heater, because when you take the front off, the heater comes out as well, so you have to be careful with the heater. Now, inside there looks awful, really corroded. There's corrosion on there, there's corrosion on that corner. I think I might treat it to a little bit of crust on those corners, just to make sure it doesn't get any worse. The rest of it seems fine, bit grimy, lots of carbon dust, because I believe these washing machines have 2 motors. We'll take a look later. Let's get this front off first, see if we can get the tub freed. So, first thing I'm going to do is to unplug all of these. Okay, so I've got all of the bolts out, going around it. A bit sure that this isn't catching. And that's all unplugged. I just need to remove the suspension bolts next. Okay, so I removed both of these. Not too difficult to remove. I just need to pull out the suspension arms, lift them out of the way, and they are now free. Okay, now technically this front should now come off. Be careful that because you've still got the heater element inside. There we go, the heater is not in too bad a condition. Hang on. Oh, this is heavy. When I took the front off, the smell that came out of it is horrendous. So that heater is in not bad a condition. I will make sure that I clean up all of this before I put it back. Heater's in pretty good condition. Not much limescale built up on it. Let's take a look inside here now. And so this is our problem. All the crud inside, and there is something wedging that drum. Well, straight off I can see there's a penny, and just I'm gonna shine a light down inside here just to have a look and see if I can see anything in media. I'm going to put a big thing underneath here so I can pull it all through without putting it all into the drain hose. I'm going to clean all this out once if I can get this drum from, it's quite a small, it is such a small gap between. Right. Okay, right, I'm going to set you up and I'm going to just scrape away and see what I can do. Okay, so I've stuck the torch in and I can see one bit stuck at the top. I can't see anything else around the edge. Now the guy who does the video uses a long kind of, you'll see when you watch the video, it's like a big like plaster in a bucket mixer thing. I've done it. I had something go clunk at the bottom. There it is. There we go. The drum is now free to turn. Yay! Now, that's the first part done. Lucky. Look at that. Spinning drum, yay! Right, what I'm going to do now is move it over, have it leaning over, and I'm going to put the pressure washer around it to pull all the crap out. Once I've got it all set up, I'll come back to you. Okay, so I got the machine tipped forward with the cap off, that thing, filter thing, and I'm going to rinse inside the drum. That will come straight out. Put some of this underneath here, just to make sure. This is the crap that's come out of it. It's all bits of corrosion and metal and the lumps. Okay, so I just keep going. Okay, so we have got the front plate screwed on. That is all back in. I have put the wires back into the heater and the cover's clean, so I put the cover on there. Next thing we have to do is get the front on, so let's do that now. Okay, there's water going in. And it's turning.
Are you throwing it on time lapse or something?
No. I'll get my ear pods, hang on. Okay, so it's the next day because it got too late last night, and as you would have seen in that video just now, it got stuck again. So what I'm going to do is end the video here. Whoop, hello. I'm going to drain the water out of it and get it back up on the decking. So join me next Wednesday for part 2, where we will be doing something very extreme to this Dyson CR02 Contra Rotator washing machine. So I'll see you in the next episode. Bye y'all.